Hi friends, this is D. Lingeshwar, Contract Lecturer, Triple E, GMR Polytechnic, Utnur. Here my topic is AC to DC conversion, rectifier, AC to DC conversion. In this regard, I would like to discuss about the single phase of a rectifier, uncontrolled R load, RL load, RC load, controlled. Next one is freewheeling diode. All the three topics here I am discussing. Firstly, rectifiers. Definition of the rectifier. Converting AC to DC power by using power diodes or by controlling the firing angles of thyristors or controllable switches. Here the conversion takes place in two ways. Power diodes or by controlling the firing angles of the thyristors. Black diagram of rectifier is AC input given DC output. Input can be single phase or multi-phase, for example 3-phase. Output can be made fixed or variable. Applications: DC welder, DC motor drive, battery charger, DC power supply, HVDC. Single phase half wave rectifier with R load. The circuit diagram as seen in the below diagram. AC source is given to the R load through diode. Here the waveforms, here we are observing input is sinusoidal waveform, full cycle, one positive half cycle, one negative half cycle. This is the input waveform. In the other in the below diagram, output waveform. Here we are observing only during the positive half cycle only the current and voltage waveforms are there. During the negative half cycle there is no output voltage and current. Here we are calculating the output voltage DC or average. V naught is equals to V average is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over 0 to pi Vm sin omega t d omega t, that is equal to Vm by pi. It is also called 0.318 into Vm. Output voltage RMS, V naught RMS is equal to square root of 1 by 2 pi integral over pi Vm sin omega t d omega t whole square, that is equal to Vm by 2. It is also represented as 0.5 Vm. Average output voltage is 0.318 Vm. RMS value is 0.5 Vm for the half wave rectifier. Half wave with RL load. Half wave with RL load. The circuit diagram for the RL load is given below. Vs is the supply voltage through diode. It will be connected to resistor and inductor. The voltage drop across the resistor is Vr. The voltage drop across the inductor is VL. Apply the KVL to the above circuit. We will get Vs is equals to Vr plus VL. Vs is equals to Vm sin omega t, that is equal to I into omega t into R plus L into di omega t by d omega t. First order differential equation solution: I of omega t is equal to I of omega t plus In omega t. If is the forced response, In is the natural response. From diagram, forced response is if of omega t is equal to Vm by z into sin omega t minus theta, where z is equal to square root of r square plus omega l whole square. Theta is equals to tan inverse of omega l by r. Natural response is when source is 0, I into omega t, I omega t r plus L into di omega t by d omega t is equals to 0. Why? Because natural response, the source is 0. Here substituting Vs omega t is 0, which results in In of omega t is equals to In means natural response. In of omega t is equal to A into e power minus omega t by omega tau. Tau is equal to L by R, the time constant. Hence, I of omega t is equal to IF of omega t plus In of omega t. Force response and natural response. Vm by z into sin omega t minus theta plus A into e power minus omega t by omega tau. A can be solved by realizing inductor current. Inductor current is 0 before the diode starts conducting. That is, before start diode conducting means it is the initial condition. We have to substitute omega t is as 0. I of 0 is equal to Vm by z into sin 0 minus theta plus A into e power minus 0 by omega tau. Then A value here, A is equals to Vm by z into sin of minus theta, that is equal to Vm by z into sin theta. Why? Because I have 0 value is 0, minus value minus of minus plus theta. A is equal to minus Vm by z into sin of minus theta, that is equal to Vm by z into sin theta. Therefore, the current is given as I of omega t is equals to Vm by z into sin omega t minus theta plus sin theta into e power minus omega t by omega tau. The waveforms, here we are observing the RL load condition. Initially, the current is lagging due to voltage and current waveforms. The supply voltage and output current. Supply voltage is a sinusoidal waveform, and the output current waveform is gradually increases and then decreases, but the voltage is 0, the current value suddenly not 0, it will some lags. At that beta value it should become 0. Why? Because due to inductive nature, inductance can store the energy in the form of magnetic field. It will discharges certain amount of time. The time is beta here. Here we are observing the output voltage waveform. Firstly, it will follow the input voltage up to pi, then onwards also it will follow the sinusoidal waveform up to beta. Why? Because it will conducting the supply voltage is 0, also it will be conducting due to inductive nature. That's why it will conducting up to beta. Then onwards the output voltage is 0. Then next 2 pi, at the time period of 2 pi, it will become again positive value, the output voltage, and it will follow the similarly. Here we are observing the voltage across the resistor also. it will gradually increases, does not suddenly zero. Some time period it will be conducting, then zero, then it will be conducting. Voltage across the inductor waveform also, after phi also it will be conducting. Already I have discussed. Note, VL is negative because the current is decreasing, that is VL is equal to L into dI by dt. Extinction angle. Note that the diode remaining remains in forward bias longer the 5 radians. The point when the current reaches 0 is when the diode turns off. This point known as the extinction angle beta. Okay. Note that the diode remains in forward bias longer than 5 radians. After 5 radians also the diode is forward biased. The point when the current reaches 0 is when the diode turns off. The point is known as the extinction angle beta. I of beta is equals to Vm by Z into sin beta minus theta plus sin theta into e power minus beta by omega tau, that is equals to 0, which reduces to sin of beta minus theta plus sin theta into e power minus beta by omega tau, that is equals to 0. Beta can only be solved numerically. Therefore, the diode conducting between 0 and beta. To summarize the rectifier with RL load, I of omega t is equals to Vm by Z into sin beta minus theta plus sin theta into e power minus omega t by omega tau for 0 less than or equals to omega t less than or equals to beta. Otherwise, the omega t value is 0. RMS current or power. The average DC current is I naught is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over 0 to 2 pi I of omega t into d omega t, that is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over 0 to beta I of omega t into d omega t. The RMS current is IRMS is equal to square root of 1 by 2 pi integral over 0 to 2 pi I square into omega t d omega t, that is equals to square root of 1 by 2 pi integral over 0 to beta I square into omega t d omega t. Here we are calculating the average current and RMS current by using the formulas. Power calculations. Power absorbed by the load is P naught is equals to IRMS square into R. Power factor is computer modification. Power factor is equals to P by S, where P is the real power supplied by the source, which equal to the power absorbed by the load. S is the apparent power supplied by the source, that is equal to S is equal to Vs into RMS IRMS. Power factor is equals to P divided by Vs RMS into IRMS. The power consumption, power absorbed due to the only resistor only, that's why power consumption here formula is IRMS square into R only. Inductive does not consume any type of power. Power loss in the inductor is 0. That's why here we are not use our inductor value in power calculations. half wave rectifier with RC load. Here we using RC load as parallel. R and C are connected in parallel. The sinusoidal input voltage is similar, but there is a difference in the output due to capacitive nature. Here we are observing the output voltage waveforms. Here we are observing the output voltage is equals to Vm sin omega t when the diode is on, V theta into e power minus omega t minus theta by omega RC when the diode is off. V theta is equal to Vm sin theta. V theta is equal to Vm sin theta. Operation of the RC load. Let C initially uncharged circuit is energized at omega t is equals to 0. Diode becomes forward biased as the source become positive. Diode become forward biased as the source become positive. When the diode is on, the output is same as the source voltage. C charges until Vm up to the value of Vm. Vm means it is the input voltage. Up to the Vm maximum, V maximum, it will charges across the capacitor. After omega t is equal to pi by 2, capacitor discharges into load. That is nothing but the R. The source becomes less than the output voltage at that time. Diode reverse biased, isolating the load from the source. It will isolate the load from source. Load means RC will be isolated from the source. The output voltage decays exponentially. C will be discharged decaying nature. Estimation of theta. The slope of the functions are d into Vm sin omega t by d omega t is equals to Vm cos omega t and d of Vm sin theta into e power minus omega t minus theta by omega RC or all divided by d omega t, that is equals to Vm sin theta into minus 1 by omega RC into e power minus of omega t minus theta by omega RC. At omega t is equals to theta, the slope are equal. Vm cos theta is equals to Vm sin theta into minus 1 by omega RC into e power of minus of theta minus theta by omega RC. Then next step, Vm cos theta divided by Vm sin theta, that is equal to minus 1 by omega RC. Vm gets cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta, that is equal to 1 by tan theta is equal to minus 1 by omega RC. At theta is equal to tan inverse of minus omega RC, that is equal to minus of tan inverse of omega RC plus phi. For practical circuits, omega RC is large, then theta is equals to minus of tan infinity plus phi, that is equal to minus 5 by 2 plus phi, that is equal to 5 by 2. Theta is very close to the peak of the sine wave, therefore Vm sin theta is equal to, we can write it as Vm. Theta is very close to the peak of the sine wave, therefore when Vm sin theta can be replaced by Vm. Estimation of alpha. At omega t is equals to 2 pi plus alpha, Vm sin of 2 pi plus alpha, that is equal to Vm sin theta into e power minus 2 pi plus alpha minus theta divided by omega RC, or we can also write it as sine of alpha minus sine theta into e power minus 2 pi plus alpha minus theta by omega RC is equals to 0. This equation must be solved numerically for alpha. Ripple voltage for the RC load condition. Maximum output voltage is Vmax. Minimum output voltage occurs at omega t is equals to 2 pi plus alpha. Delta of omega naught is equals to Vmax minus Vmin. Vm minus, that is equals to Vm minus Vm into sine 2 pi plus alpha, that is equal to Vm minus Vm into sine alpha. If V theta is equals to Vm and theta is equal to 5 by 2 and C is large such that DC output voltage is constant, then alpha is equals to 5 by 2. The output voltage value at omega t is equals to 2 pi plus alpha is, the output voltage value at omega t is equal to 2 pi plus alpha is V naught of 2 pi plus alpha is equal to Vm into e power minus of 2 pi plus 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2 by omega RC, that is equal to Vm into e power minus 2 pi by omega RC. The ripple voltage is approximated as delta V naught is equals to Vm minus, why? Because first one Vmax is maximally Vm, it will follow the at alpha is equal to 5 by 2, we can get V theta is equal to Vm only. Vm minus V minimum minus Vm into e power minus 2 pi by omega RC. In both the from the equation we will common the Vm value taken out from common Vm into 1 minus e power minus 2 pi by omega RC. Using series expansion, e power of minus 2 pi by omega RC, that is equals to, we can write it as 1 minus 2 pi by omega RC. Delta V naught is equals to Vm into 2 pi by omega RC, that is equals to Vm by FRC. F is equal to 1, F means how we can write omega value can be substituted here, 2 pi F, 2 pi gets cancelled, finally we will get delta V naught as Vm by FRC. Capacitor current. The current in the capacitor can be expressed as IC of t is equals to C into dV naught of t by dt in terms of omega t. IC of omega t is equals to omega c into dV naught of omega t by d omega t, but V naught of omega t is equals to Vm sin omega t when the diode is on condition, Vm into sin theta into e power minus omega t minus theta by omega RC when the diode is off condition. Then substituting V naught of omega t, IC of omega t is equals to omega c Vm cos omega t when the diode is on condition, that is 2 pi plus alpha less than or equals to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi plus theta minus Vm by r into sin theta into e power minus omega of t minus theta divided by omega RC when diode is off condition, that is theta omega t value in between theta and 2 pi plus alpha, theta less than or equal to omega t less than or equal to 2 pi plus alpha. At that time the current value is minus Vm by r into sin theta into e power minus omega t minus theta by omega rc. Peak diode current, note that I source current is equal to diode current is equal to IR plus IC. Why? Because the current flowing in the resistor and capacitor, these two are connected in parallel. We can apply the KCL. We will get IS is equal to IR plus IC. The peak diode current occurs at 2 pi plus alpha. Hence, IC peak is equals to omega c into Vm cos 2 pi plus alpha, that is equals to omega c into Vm cos alpha. Resistor current at 2 pi plus alpha can be obtained IR of 2 pi plus alpha, that is equals to Vm into sin 2 pi plus alpha by r, that is equals to Vm into sin alpha by r. The diode peak current the diode peak current is ID peak is equals to omega c Vm cos alpha plus Vm sin alpha by r. This is the final peak diode current. How much current flows, maximum value of current in the diode, here we are calculating by using this formula. The current flowing in the resistor and current flowing in the capacitor, the total value of current flowing in the diode. Why? Because the diode current will be divided in between capacitor and resistive loads. For example, one problem here we are discussing. Question is, a half wave rectifier has a 120 volt RMS source at 60 Hz. The load is 500 ohm, 500 ohm and capacitor is equal to 100 microfarad. Assume alpha and theta are calculated as 48 and 93 degrees respectively. Determine first one expression for output voltage, second question peak to peak ripple, third one capacitor current, fourth one peak diode current. Solution, already given the RMS value. Here maximum value is equal to RMS into root 2 value. Vm is equals to 120 into root 2, we will get 169.7 volts. Theta value already given 93 degrees. It will be converted into radians. The value should be 1.62 radians. Similarly, alpha value 48 degrees. It will be converted to radians, 0.843 radians. Vm sin theta is equals to 169.7. Vm sin theta value can be write from the above values. You can write it as 169.7 into sine of 1.62 radians. The value should be equals to 169.5 volts. First determination of first value as output voltage. V naught of omega t is equals to Vm sin omega t, that is equals to 169.7 into sin omega t. When the diode is on condition, the diode is off condition, the output voltage is Vm sin theta into e power of minus omega t minus theta by omega rc. The value substitute here will get as, that is equals to 169.7 sin omega t at the time of diode is on condition. The diode is off condition, 169.5 into e to the power of minus omega t minus 1.62 by omega RC value is 18.85. Ripple voltage, here we can have the formula ripple voltage delta V naught is equals to V maximum minus V minimum. Delta V naught is equals to Vm minus Vm into sine 2 pi plus alpha, that is equals to Vm minus Vm into sine alpha, that is equal to 43 volts. Using approximation solution, delta V naught is equals to, directly we can have the formula Vm by FRC. You can have the value Vm as 169.7, frequency value 60 into R value 500, capacitor value 100 microfarads. Here we will get 56.7 volts. And exact value is 43. Approximate we can have the formula. We are substituting, also get the ripple voltage as 56.7 volts. The third topic, third determination is capacitor current. How much current is flowing in the capacitor? Here we are calculating IC of omega t is equals to omega c Vm into cos omega t when the diode is on condition. In the diode off condition, the current value is minus Vm into sin theta by R into e power minus omega t minus theta by omega RC. Here we are substituting the values. We will get current values as during on and off conditions. First of all, diode is on condition, the current value is 6.4 into cos omega t. During the diode off condition, the current to the capacitor value is minus 0.339 into e power minus omega t minus 1.62 divided by 18.85 amperes. For the final determination, peak diode current, nothing but the total current flows in the circuit. Here we are calculating ID peak is equals to omega c Vm cos alpha plus Vm sin alpha by R. Omega c means 2 pi f into capacitor value 100 micro, Vm cos alpha, Vm value you have to know 169.7, cos of alpha value in the starting condition they have given 0.843 radians plus Vm value 169.7 into sin of alpha value 1.62 radians divided by R value as 500. Then we will get 4.26 plus 0.34. Finally we will get an answer 4.5 amperes. The current flowing in the diode, peak diode current value is 4.5 amperes. This is the final conclusion of the example problem. Previous all topics we are discussing about uncontrolled off wave values, but here controlled off wave. Controlled means we can have, here we are not using the diodes, power diodes. Here we are using the thyristor. Here we are using thyristor value. Thyristor, here we are in place of diode, power diode, we can use thyristor. The circuit diagram for the controlled off wave rectifier, we have to see in here source voltage, thyristor, then in series with the load resistor R. The input waveform is sinusoidal waveform during positive off cycle and negative off cycle. The output waveform is, it will be controlled. It directly not follows the input waveform. Some time delay will be there, that is nothing but the alpha. This is a firing angle. Why? Because we can trigger the thyristor, then only current flows through the load. That's why the time delay will take place. At that time only the output voltage follows the input. That's why waveform then onwards follows the input voltage, then afterwards phi it will be 0, it will similarly whatever the input is there it will follows. Average voltage calculation for the half controlled half wave rectifier for control circuit. V naught is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over alpha 2 pi Vm sin omega t into d omega t, that is equal to we will get Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha Vm by 2 pi into 1 plus cos alpha, average output voltage for the half wave rectifier. Similarly, RMS value of voltage V naught RMS is equal to square root of 1 by 2 pi integral over alpha 2 pi Vm sin omega t whole square into d omega t, that is equals to square root of Vm square by 4 pi integral over alpha 2 pi 1 minus cos 2 omega t into d omega t, that is equals to Vm square by 4 pi is the constant value, it will take off from the root, we will get Vm by 2, that is equals to square root of 1 minus alpha by pi plus sin 2 alpha by 2 pi. Similarly, for controlled half wave rectifier with RL load, in the previous we have to only power diodes we are using there, here there is a controlling action is there due to thyristor. The input waveform is common sinusoidal waveform, the output waveform is slightly differ. Why? Because the time delay will be takes place due to triggering time takes place, that's why it is nothing but alpha. Then also the extension angle, it is due to the inductive nature of the circuit, the extension angle takes place. Then we have to calculate the current values. Similar, I of omega t is equal to I of omega t forced current value plus natural current value In into omega t values. Then we have to substitute here Vm by Z, forced current value as Vm by Z into sin omega t minus theta plus A into e power minus omega t by omega tau. Initial conditions I alpha is equals to 0. Here we are substituting omega t value as alpha value we can take it as 0. I alpha is equals to 0, that is equals to Vm by Z into sin alpha minus theta plus A into e power minus A by omega tau. Similarly, we will find out the value as A is equals to minus of Vm by Z into sin alpha minus theta close bracket into e power minus A by omega tau, minus A by omega tau. This is current constant value A. Then it will substitute in the previous equation, we will get I omega t. Substituting for A and simplifying, I of omega t is equals to Vm by Z into sin of omega t minus theta minus sin alpha minus theta into e power minus alpha minus omega t by omega tau for alpha value, so omega t value in between alpha and beta, otherwise the current value should be 0. Extinction angle beta must be solved numerically. I beta is equals to 0 is equals to Vm by Z into sin beta minus theta minus sin beta minus theta into e to the power of minus of alpha minus beta divided by omega tau. Angle gamma is equals to beta minus theta is called the conduction angle. Beta minus theta, it is nothing but the conduction angle. The remaining part is discontinuous portion. beta minus theta is the conduction portion. Average output voltage, here we are finding out by using the formula V naught is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over alpha to beta Vm into sin omega t into d omega t, that is equals to Vm by 2 pi into cos alpha minus cos beta. The average current is I naught is equals to 1 by 2 pi integral over alpha to beta I of omega t into d omega. The RMS current is IRMS is equals to square root of 1 by 2 pi integral over alpha to beta I square into omega t into d omega. The power absorbed by the load is finally P naught is equals to IRMS square into R. Here also the power consumption only due to resistive loads only. There is no power consumption in the inductor. Why? Because the inductor cannot absorb any type of power. It can store the energy in the form of magnetic field, then it will discharges. Freewheeling diode. Note that for single phase, half wave rectifier with RL load, the load current is not continuous. A freewheeling diode, sometimes known as commutation diode, also can be placed as shown below to make it continuous. In parallel with the RL load, we can take place freewheeling diode. The continuity of current will takes place. Discontinuity not occurs in the circuit. When the D1 is off, D1 is on, D2 is off. D2 is on, D1 is off condition. The two diagrams here we are observing. When the diode 1 is on, means source to load current flowing takes place. In the diode off condition, the storing of the inductor current value should discharge through freewheeling diode. Here we are observing the two circuit diagrams. Operation of freewheeling diode. Note that both D1 and D2 cannot be turned on at the same time. For a positive cycle voltage source, D1 is on, D2 is off. The equivalent circuit as shown in the figure, already we have to see. The voltage across the RL load is the same as the source voltage. The voltage across the RL load is same as the source voltage during the positive half cycle condition. For a negative cycle voltage source, D1 is off, D2 is on. Nothing but D2 means freewheeling diode is on condition. Here we are observing the equivalent circuit of figure 2. In the last slide we have to see the voltage across the RL load is 0. Why? Because the freewheeling diode action takes place means the load across the short circuit occurrence. At the time of short circuit, the voltage will be 0. That's why the voltage across the RL load is 0 during the negative half cycle condition. However, the inductor contains energy from positive cycle. The load current still circulates through the RL path. Whatever the inductor can store the energy during the positive half cycle, it will store the energy in the form of magnetic field. Then in this negative half cycle condition, the stored energy in the inductor will be discharged through RL, through freewheeling diode also. The current will flow freewheeling diode and then R and L. But in contrast with the normal half wave rectifier, The circuit in the figure does not consisting of supply voltage in its loop. Here we are observing the last diagram. There is no voltage. Hence, the negative part of V naught as shown in the normal half wave disappear. Here we are observing the waveforms of freewheeling diode continuous load current. The inclusion of freewheeling diode results in continuous load current as shown in the below. The output current value, here we are observing current is continuously at some value will be there. In the previous condition, without freewheeling diode, the current will be discontinued. But because the diode off condition or thyristor off condition, there is no freewheeling diode, the action will be stops. At that time, the current flowing in the circuit is 0. Note also the output voltage has no negative part. There is no negative part here also. We are observing rectification means it will convert AC to DC. At the time there is no output voltage. There is no negative current. In the previous value, due to inductive nature, the waveform will goes to the negative also. During negative off cycle also, there is a current will be occurrence, but here it will be disappears negative part. That's why it will improve the power factor also. That is the main advantage of the freewheeling diode. Thank you.